Hey guys, it's me Haisa, and yeah, today I'm going to show you how to make your own custom weapon skins for BO2, Plutonium, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the video and let's hop right into it. Okay, as I said, today we're going to make custom skins. This is what a skin would look like in-game, I guess. It's my Hamre Lakers skin. And the difference between a skin and a camo is that the skin is specific to the weapon, and a camo, let me show you a camo real quick. For example, this AN. This is what a camo would look like. A camo, you can put the camo on all guns, and the skin is weapon specific. Yeah. Here, for example, the ballista. Okay, and this is what you need for the tutorial. You need the Black Ops 2 weapon models and texture pack. I've prepared this and put a download link in the description for you. Then we need Substance Painter. Substance Painter is a texturing program. I think there is a test version on the website, so check it out. I'm not sure. You need Photoshop, Paint.net, and the EV to DDS converter. I will put the link for all these files or programs or link to the websites in the description, so check it out. Yeah, let's get to the Black Ops 2 weapon models and texture pack. You will need this. I've prepared every weapon in the game. For example, here the AN, the MTAR, I prepared every weapon, so you don't have to extract the game files. This will also be very helpful for other type of stuff, for example, camo making or something like that. Yeah, I would really enjoy if you would leave a like on the video. So yeah. This is the Black Ops 2 weapon models and texture pack. So let's get right into it and start with opening Substance Painter. I've bought it from the website, but yeah, as I said, there is a test version. I use it very often in my free time because I'm a 3D artist, so I need this program. Yeah. Okay, first things first, you will create a new file. And here is a very important part. You need to choose the PBR specular glossiness workflow. This is the workflow that Black Ops 2 or the game uses, and we will use it to create realistic reflections and specular maps, diffuse maps. Yeah, just choose PBR specular glossiness workshop. Then we will select our file. In our case, or in my case, I'm going to create a AN94 skin today. So just head into the folder, the Black Ops 2 weapon models and textures, choose your weapon, and choose the OBJ file. Okay, then we are going to decide the resolution of our skin. I normally do 2K textures, because 4K textures really take some time to calculate, and it's not worth it. You probably can't tell the difference. Just choose 2K or 1K is also fine, but choose 2K. Yeah, normal map format, DirectX. The rest is not important to us. We just open the file. So yeah, here we have the AN94. As I said, I've prepared the models. You can navigate in Substance Painter by holding Alt or the Option key. And left mouse button is to turn the object, middle mouse button is to pan, and right click is to zoom in and zoom out. That's similar to other 3D applications. But this is not going to be a Substance Painter tutorial, so there are plenty of tutorials in the internet or on YouTube. Just type Substance Painter tutorial or something else and you will find plenty of tutorials. Yeah, here we have our layers. I've also prepared the layers so you can turn off or turn on certain parts, for example, details. or the barrel. It just makes it easier for us to texture the weapon. What I do first is I delete every layer on every part of the weapon, so we have a clean start. And then I go to texture set settings and delete the height channel from every part of the weapon, because we don't need it. Black Ops 2 doesn't support a height channel. Yeah, that's that. Okay. Now we are going to import the original AN textures. Oh, I just undocked it. Okay. So let me open the File Explorer and go into the AN folder. These are the textures or the files which are in the folder in the pack I provided. So just drag and drop them into the shelf and set them to texture. Import it to our current project. Okay. Let me just save the file real quick to the desktop and name it custom AN94 tutorial. Okay. Save. Thank you. So now we're going to make a new fill layer. This is this paint bucket here. Just click on it and we have a fill layer. Let's call it base, because it's the base of the weapon. And here you can see all our channels. So we drop the diffuse channel or the diffuse texture into the diffuse channel. The specular files will always have, let me just show you, will have this SPC in the name. So you know that this is the specular channel and the diffuse is the color COL. Then we have the normal, but yeah. And we will drag the normal and the normal channel. So. And yeah, for the glossiness, we will, for these types or for these textures, we will use, I don't know, 0.2 or 0.3, but 0.2 is okay. And then we just copy this layer and paste it into every part of the weapon. So now you can see we have a textured AN. This is the skin in-game, and we can now apply our own textures or skins to the weapon. I'm really sorry for the cuts in the video, but I'm not comfortable speaking in English, so I hope you can excuse me. Yeah. So now we start to color our weapon. Let's say, for example, the barrel. You can also solo the barrel to see only the barrel, but we don't want this in my case. Create a new fill layer. And if you want to make metals or, for example, gold, you have to set the diffuse color to completely black. And then you will make everything in the specular channel. So let's say we want gold, we do something like this yellowish tone here and set the glossiness to 1. And now you can see it's pretty much gold. It's a little bit overkill here, but yeah. And another important thing for making your own weapon skins or making your skins look good is to use normal maps or normal brushes, let's say. And to show you this, I'm going to color the back here, the back. And for this, I will create a new paint layer, not a fill layer, a paint layer, and deactivate everything but the normal channel and drag, for example, let's say, go to hard surfaces and drag a screw. Yeah, let's take the screw. And now you can see we have a normal brush. And if I click on the weapon, you can see, well, the effect isn't that big, but you can see it looks 3D, but it isn't really changing the model of the weapon. This will be very handy for making something like, let's say, I don't know, for example, screws. Yeah, you can make your weapon full of screws if you like. Yeah, I will show you this when I finished my skin, because now I'm going to make a skin, and then we will look how to export the files and put them, make them ready for Plutonium. So I'll see you later. Okay, I just decided to make a skin with you guys, but it won't be anything special, just a quick slapping on some materials and doing some painting or something to show you the program a little bit. Because I think it would be easier for most of you who aren't familiar with Substance Painter. And what I also forget to say is, if you go to texture set settings and scroll down, you have these mesh maps. You want to click on Bake Mesh Maps, choose the resolution of 2K, and click on Bake Selected Textures. This will take a while depending on your hardware, but we will be able to make more awesome skins later on because of how we can use this mesh maps. So let it load for a while, and if it's ready, we can talk about smart materials and materials in general. Okay, nothing has changed, but that's okay. You will see you have these mesh maps here on the right side, and if we go back to layers, it's what we already know. So let's just use the smart materials to make something look very awesome in a short time, but please, I encourage you to take your time, make your own skins, make them awesome. Don't use, well, you can use smart materials, but do it by yourself. It's a little bit like cheating with the smart materials, and it's a little bit lazy, but yeah, I'm going to use them in this tutorial because it's fast and easy, as I said. Okay, so let's just use the smart materials which are shipped with Substance Painter. So you just go to the shelf and click on smart materials, and then you have a bunch of materials which will use these mesh maps we baked before. So let's just slap on this machinery smart material on the back, and you will see that the material created some dirt on the parts which are obstructed by these details which we see here. Or for example, let's just use this steel painted. You can see on the edges it looks a little bit worn, so you can really make some nice looking camos, or here you have this dirt, but let's just delete this and use our machinery texture. We will also use the machinery texture for the front, just drag and drop it, or you can go to the front and put the material here in the layer view, which is, it's basically like Photoshop. You use it like Photoshop. Yeah, this looks already quite pleasing. Let's just put some machinery looking metal on the barrel. Oh, it doesn't quite... Sometimes they don't work, but that's because of the workflow we used. We assigned in the front. We assigned at first when we created this file. So I'm sorry again for my bad English. Let's just use this other steel. Okay, this works. Use it for the mag also. Like I said, this isn't a very good skin, but I'm just going to show you the basics of Substance Painter and slap it on the details. Yeah, now we have a machinery looking skin, I don't know. Yeah, I just turned the lighting with holding Shift and clicking with the red mouse button. You can view it from different angles. Yeah. Okay, now I'm just also going to show you how to paint, which will be interesting for most of you, I think. Normally, I will use a fill layer. Oh, not in the machinery folder. A fill layer. And yeah, here you can set your color. For example, let's make a black and put down the glossiness to about 0.3 again. And then we will make a black mask, so you won't see anything of the black. But if you click on the mask here in the layer view, you can now paint with the paint tools you have here. For example, alphas, you can choose this arrow circle and paint it on. I don't know, it doesn't look very nice, but yeah, you can just paint some arrows or something here, oh, not here, maybe on the other side. Okay. Yeah, but essentially, you know what I want to show you here. You can also type in shape again to have a normal brush, and then you can paint something really interesting. But that's up to you. You are the artist. You want to make nice skins, and so create them. Then for the normals, as I said, to make the skin look 3D, you will create, oh, I've already talked about this. Okay, then let's just create a quick layer and deactivate everything but the normal channel, go to hard surfaces, choose the screw again, or yeah, choose the screw again. Put it right here to make it look very big. I don't know. Yeah, this is a really ugly looking skin, but yeah, it is okay. And now we're going to export the files to Photoshop. So this is where you need Photoshop. You have this little Photoshop icon here on the left. You will click on it and then select everything but the normal channel. We will make the normal channel later. So deactivate everything or every normal channel, and just click on OK and let it load. So now everything is opened in Photoshop, every layer we exported from Substance Painter, and now I'm going to use a script, which I also included a link in the video description. It's not my script, but it will merge all these files in the different channels, so we don't have to do it. So just go to, if you install the script, just look how to install scripts in Photoshop. Go to script and choose Submerger. You can also click on browse and choose the script directly, but I've installed it or imported it into Photoshop, and now I can just click on Submerger and it will merge all files for me, which is a very tedious process if you would do it by hand. It will take a while depending on your resolution and how many layers you have. It asks you if you want to save the changes to the disk. You can click yes or no. I'm just going to click yes. Okay. And now we have the channels, all the channels. We have the glossiness channel. We have the specular channel. You will have to look in which, where it merged all these files, but it will be the first three, I think, normally. Yeah, you have the specular, the glossiness, and the color channel. So what I'm going to do now is I will select everything which is white with the magic wand tool, and I'm going to delete it from the layer and make a new layer, put it under our color layer, and then I'm just going to choose a color which is mostly in the picture. So I just sampled this yellow and I will paint everything with yellow, because sometimes there are some textures which are missing. That's because of my fault. I prepared the models, as I said in the video, but I couldn't figure out how to put all UVs, no, it's too complicated, but just choose a color which is mostly in the picture and color the background with this one color. Yeah, so now I'm going to save the file. Let's see if you will have to change this to 8-bit per channel if it's set to 16 bits. We are now going to save it as a PNG on the desktop. And we will call it, oh no, I forgot one thing. Let's just cancel this. If you make a texture, you have to make sure that the name of the texture is the same name as the texture I've provided in the pack. So just copy all layers and paste them here on the desktop. So we have these layers. Now we can save it as a PNG and choose the color channel. Okay, then we're going to go to the specular, do the same thing here, select the white, delete it, make a new layer underneath it, choose a color, and in the specular channel we're going to do something different. We will group these two layers and go to the glossiness channel. Select everything with Command A and copy it and make a new mask here. Go into the mask by holding the Alt or Option key and pasting our glossiness into the mask with Command V. And now you will see some parts of the specular channel are transparent. These parts aren't as shiny or as glossy as the parts which are not transparent. So for example, if you make a fully glossy gold, everything would be very opaque and yellow. So now we're going to save the specular channel as a PNG on the desktop. Okay. And now we are going to go into Substance Painter again, or let's just close these files, everything. It will take a while, but yeah, we won't have problems if we use the Submerger script again. Sometimes it merges them really weirdly. So let's just close all these files. Okay. And now we go to this Photoshop button again, click on None, and then select every normal channel. Okay, and we will also export these to Photoshop. This will also take a while. I'm not going to cut this time, hopefully. Yeah. Then we just have to merge the normal files again in Photoshop, convert them into the right format, and we are pretty much done with the tutorial. Here you can see a little loading bar while they are loading into Photoshop. I would also like to thank you guys for the positive feedback on my first camo packs. I won't make more camos. That's why or skin pack, let's say. So I won't make new skins. That's why I make this tutorial, so that you can make your own skins without the need of someone creating skins. Yeah. But really, thank you to all of you. Thank you for the positive feedback. I really appreciate it. Okay. So now we have opened all normal maps. And for some weird reason, the Submerger script doesn't work for the normal channel, so we will do it by hand. Just go into one file, and enable this snapshot layer. Choose the magic wand tool, delete everything black, and duplicate this layer into the first layer. Okay, and we will do this for every layer. So do this, duplicate, same here, activate it, delete everything black, duplicate layer to the first layer, and the same here. Okay, now we have our normal map here. It doesn't look very nice because we are not very busy because we didn't create much normals, but it's okay. If you create more screws or more something different, I don't know, you will see more happening in this channel. So let's just save this as a PNG again. PNG on the desktop and overwrite this normal texture. Okay. So now we can minimize them both, and we have our channels here. Oh, no, where did they go? On which screen did my textures just go? Okay, so I got my files back, and now we're going to convert them in paint.net. So just drag all these files into Paint and save them as direct draw surface. And choose BC3 linear DXT5. It's important because other BCs won't have an alpha channel, so choose BC3 linear DXT5. Okay, I'm just going to save it on the desktop. Make this for every channel. Okay. So these are the PNGs, these are the DDS. We don't need the PNGs anymore. Delete them. And now drag the DDS files into this EV DDS fast converter. This window will open up, and as you can see, type 1 and press enter for Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which is what we will do. Press 1 and hit enter, and it will convert the files into .ev files or IWI. And we will copy these files. This is basically our skin now. So we will copy these files and put them in our images ordner, Plutonium, T6R, data, and images folder. And here you will paste them. So it asks me to replace them because I already have an AN skin, so I'm going to replace them. And yeah, now we're basically done. I will open up Plutonium and see you in-game. Okay, so in-game you will choose the AN and don't choose a camo. Just choose the AN, don't click or don't press C and choose a camo, just click on none. And now we will be able to join a game. Let's say, I don't know, go into reps, top 10 maps. These are the best servers because they have a very low ping where I live. Sorry for the people in the background. These are my my roommates, me and my roommates on a spinning globe. Yeah, and now if we've done everything correctly, we should see our skin. And it looks correctly. So now we will be able to play with our custom AN skin. On the back you can see the normal map, which will react to the light and look 3D. And on the left side you will see our paintings and the glossy or the little bit glossy metal on the barrel and on the details. Yeah. And this is your custom skin. You can make anything you like, and that's the beauty of creating custom skins or camos. You can really make the game your own. Oh, and this is the Plutonium ballista, which I really like. Yeah, so that's everything from my side. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really want to see your custom skins you create. Just post a link in the comments. If you make one, let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in Plutonium. Bye guys.